The story was all about Josh Allen with these racially offensive tweets, obviously very controversial. How would it be in the locker room if you had a guy who put these out when he was 15 or 16 years old?
I don't know. If I knew a guy to say those things, he had to felt that kind of way at some point in his life. But I mean, you grow up and you get out of those ways, and you move on. We probably have to talk and have to have an understanding of what's going on, what his mindset been, or why. I mean, it's something that always triggers that emotion. So that's how far I would go with that.
You think people would maybe be looking at him a little bit sideways until he explained himself?
Yeah, he would have to explain himself of why he did that, because, I mean, at the end of the day, people are going to continue looking at you sideways or turn their shoulder.
I can feel that, but I guess the question would be, if you're 15, 16 years of age, if you're growing up in a culture where, at least for teenagers, regardless of what color you are, because of hip-hop and everything else, people think that it's all right to just say stuff like that to one another or to anybody else. How do you sit up there and look at it from that perspective?
It's society, honestly. They're making it seem that way, that you could do those things and publicly and think it's publicly okay. And it's not, because, I mean, at the end of the day, you could say those things on Twitter or Facebook or whatever you said it on, but if you say it in front of the actual person that's taking offense to it, it's a different mindset then, you know?
Landon, his actual explanation to Stephen A. Smith last night on the phone was that he was referencing at the time popular culture, and he sent Stephen A. Like evidence, you know, online. Look, this was taken from this. I think it was Modern Family, where he said, if it ain't white, it ain't right, meaning he meant it in a funny way. And when he dropped the N-bomb, it was Rick Ross quote, meaning he listens to hip hop and he's quoting Rick Ross. Does that change it for you in terms of his intention or where his heart is, or would you still look at him sideways in the locker room?
In the locker room, it depends. I mean, you listen to the music. When you vibe in the music, it kind of anything goes. Related to the show, same thing, vice versa. Anything goes. But I mean, if he's saying it with aggression towards meaning, like you could definitely tell when you're meaning it, or you're just saying it.
So in other words, his intention is important. Where his heart is important to you.
Correct.
Right. So Stephen A., if you accept the excuse he gave Stephen A. or the explanation he gave Stephen A., then he checks out in the locker room. Do you think that everyone would adopt that position? Or do you think there would be an element in the locker room who's like, I don't want to hear it, he did this, I'm not dealing with him?
Not everyone. Not everyone. Everyone is different. Everyone has their opinion about it, and then everybody has their own mindset of how a person used the statement.
Yep. Oh, yeah, appreciate your authenticity there.